change has a reason. Baby, let it come to you. Every soul, every season lives outside of status quo. If we stop believing we're meant to be, expanding our abilities. If the passion's gone, we are doing it wrong. Baby, you and I should start living now. With the whole world at our feet, we could stay or we could leave. There is nothing in between. So baby, we should start living now. 'Cause we only have this life. Wanna laugh and wanna cry. I don't wanna waste my time. So baby, we should start living now. Baby, we should start living now. We are close, can you feel it? Something is behind the clouds. We just have to believe it, that we can make the sun come out. Let us lose ourselves in a fairy tale. Who can say what's wrong or right? We're the only ones who can decide. Baby, you and I should start living now. With the whole world at our feet, we could stay or we could leave. There is nothing in between. So baby, we should start living now. 'Cause we only have this life. Wanna laugh and wanna cry. I don't wanna waste my time. So baby, we should start living now. Baby, we should start living now. Baby, we should start living now. I don't wanna waste my time. So baby, we should start living now. Baby, we should start living now. Baby, we should start living now. Baby, we should start living now.
We're still here, flipping coins about what's to come. It starts getting cold, and we don't know any way out of here. We're trying to understand how it all started to go wrong. But the sea is way too deep. Yeah, it's deeper than we could ever go, honey. We have
Bump that Harry onto that like button if you love Blake, and bump that Harry if you're Team Greg. Just bump the Harry. It seems like a lot of people canceled themselves in the audience there.
Shooting me with words, but I won't let them bruise. Even though it hurts, I won't show it to you. 'Cause it will
Voicemails are open. 412-113-9828.
I will look at you and tell you that I'm alright. Like a ricochet, you will come back to
The Belizean bad boy, preparing for an East Coast live.
Not because my eyes are open, you
Start this party off in 72 seconds.
and even if you're trying to hurt me, my skin's getting thicker each day. I don't know how you fall asleep at night, knowing that your words are hurtful, it's just not right. Not because my eyes are open, your words will keep bouncing away like a ricochet, like a ricochet, like a ricochet, like a ricochet.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the East Coast After Show. It's your boy, Dave Neal, stand-up comedian, host of this season of Bachelorette. What'd you guys think? I can see the comment section is all clear, calm, and calculated. Vax, waxed, and ready to party. Everyone's on the same page, right? Oh boy, you see what you see, and that's the world we live in, folks. Different set of lenses. You're on one team, you're on the other. We've got folks like Demi tweeting out. Let me see if I got this set up here. Make sure I got the right. Oh, here we go. Oh, lost the music for a second. Katie gaslighting Greg about gaslighting Katie about gaslighting Greg about gaslighting. Or just looking at some Twitter here. I didn't know if the audience turned on Katie. You know, there was different things going on. Well, the internet doesn't look too happy. All right, folks, what do you guys think? We got Demi in there. Gotta love Demi. Why is she this mad if she's happily engaged? LOL. Demi just can't help but throw herself into some controversies. Good to see everyone in the comments section. Do me a favor and bump your Harrison onto that like button. Give it the old 1-2. Fred, hit the odd number. La-da-da-da. Quit defending Greg. He doesn't deserve it. All right, well, here's what we're going to do, folks. I've got several moderators in the chat room. I'd like to temporarily mute anyone who crosses, I would say, a moral threshold. You're all eligible to express your own opinions, but you guys know here we don't have any space in our souls to deal with a bunch of strangers yelling at each other. That's not what tonight's all about. Tonight is about hanging out. Me and Regine, we're waxed and vaxxed. We're partying tonight, right? Becca and Thomas, that's right. We have Bachelor in Paradise. Becca looked fantastic. Prepping for a Bachelor in Paradise. Let's get us caught up here. Oh, thank you so much, Sabine. $15 super chat. Kicking this live off with a little super chat. I hope everyone enjoyed our Bachelorette Super Bowl. Thank you so much, Sabine. With the super chat. That feels pretty good, right? The aunt was protecting. Yeah, the aunt is a mood. Whenever Tasha gets a little hangry, I'm gonna be like, "Are you acting like Aunt Lindsay right now?" Hey, but good for her. You know, you got to defend your own people. It is not rare to be sort of skeptical of the process, if you will. Natalie says, "No, we don't love Demi. Demi means half in French, right? So half people love her, half people hate her." Crafty Beach says, "Blake and Katie were adorable. Justin was very sweet, very respectable." Absolutely. Let's see here. Demi kept it real. Yeah, I mean, my thought with this is you're allowed to be angry. The question is always comes down to this. And again, I'm really looking at this in several different ways. Obviously, best case scenario when two people break up and they have that talk, it's that they do it in private. That just wasn't going to happen tonight. That wasn't going to happen. It was going to happen on live TV. The Bachelor producers, they keep them from talking so that they can get that juice on live TV, and it paid off in dividends for their ratings tonight. Rebecca with a super chat. "This is why I stay off Twitter," says Rebecca. Thank you so much. Yeah, well, that's absolutely true. The Twitter is pretty toxic. You know, I don't go on Twitter much myself. If I can't talk something out on YouTube in front of you fine people, it's just not worth me mentioning, you know? I feel like Twitter kind of like, it boils us down to the worst versions of ourselves. Jon Snow said Katie addressed everything from him gaslighting her to being an actor. She didn't even give that man a chance to breathe before she asked the next question. Yeah, it felt like a Senate trial hearing. I give my time back. The aunt rubbed Leslie the wrong way. Dayar says she obviously still loves Greg. Well, I don't know. I don't know if that's obvious, but clearly there's a bitterness there, which is expected. You know, whatever energy you take to give yourself to somebody, you know, there's going to be an energy, like an equal and opposite reaction. And I think Katie's feeling that opposite reaction of all the love and patience and grace she gave. All right, let's see what we have for super chats here. It's going to be very tough. The trolls are out for sure. Do we have trolls out there? Give Demi a break just because she defended Greg. She's a villain now. I wouldn't call Demi a villain. She definitely knows how to rile up the base. But definitely to our new people there, you know, to new people in the audience in the comment section there, if you haven't been with us before, I would like to tell my regulars to try and treat our new people, even if they disagree with you, with as much respect as possible. It's always good to have a big, diverse crowd of an audience, and it's good, actually, if we don't all have the same opinion, as long as we're respectful and try to hear each other out. And I'll play your voicemails. If anyone has a voicemail they want to leave, let me get the voicemail number up here. Give me a second, folks. Oh, they got that good beat. That's that good beat happening. Whoa. We got a big crowd. Give me a second here. I gotta move that. Watch this. Move that. Get that out of the way. And we'll put that back. Just doing some Marie right now. Finish your beverages if you're so inclined. Nurse them and be a essential drinker if you're so inclined. All right, let's get to the top here. Got a lot of comments to get through. I saw some super chats come in. Quickest way to get a comment read is through a super chat, especially during these busy nights. If it ain't in the funds, just leave me a voicemail. That's free. Call the voicemail number 401-213-9828. Jake with a super chat. Thank you, $5 from Jake. I appreciate that, my guy, Jake. Jake. All right, let's see what else we got going on here. Letting the chat room populate. We got about 700 people out there. Make sure to bump your Harrison on top of that like button. Give me some love over there. There you go, folks. Yeah, Crafty Beach said loved the boombox at the ending. I sure did too. I love a little, you know, we call that a callback where I come from. All right. let's get to the top of the comment section here. Play some voicemails. Get into what you guys think. Sunshine said, thanks for going live on East Coast time, Dave. Of course, you know. I don't normally do this because this would be the time I'm prepping for the West Coast time, and, you know, it's a lot of hours, but special occasions, and hey, who knows, maybe we'll do more of this. If you guys prove a little demand here, we'll try to get more East Coast time. Cora said, please try to be respectful when you talk about Katie and Greg, no matter how you feel. Dave asked people to do so. Yeah, we are still a relatively small community, and I like to think that even if we can disagree on some things, we got to treat ourselves like we're a big family. And I know that's a bad example because families like to yell at each other, but we'll stick away from that. Kylie says, I'm nervous for Nick Vial's podcast. Just want the drama to end. Yeah, well, we'll see if that happens. My thought with Greg is that, like I said this in the Discord, I think he would have been better just like saying, you know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for even questioning our relationship. I should have just let it play out till the end. And then if you dumped me at the end, you dumped me at the end. You know what I mean? He should have just like, I think when the key to getting out of a pissing match is realizing you're in it. So Ashton Kirsten said, when was this taped? It was taped within the last 10 days, I believe. So if you're in a fight and it's like a dog fight, like clearly his chat with Katie was a dog fight. And I mean that in just the sense that it was just like, you know, it wasn't necessarily like tea time, coffee hour. You just got to know to get out of it and know that you'll come out like in some ways, Greg could have come out looking better in the moment if he was like extra, if he had extra humility and just didn't try to explain himself and just said, you know what, you're right. I need to work on myself. I need to understand where I went wrong, why I felt the way I did, and I put you through a situation that was hell for you, and I'm so sorry. I mean, if you just keep on doing that, and then, you know, if you might win some people over. And I'm not saying you didn't. Now, obviously, there's going to be plenty of people that are upset with how Katie reacted, but we have to remember the relationship's fresh. This is their first time talking. You know, sometimes you express some of that bitterness through like an angry text message or a rant. She never got the chance to do that with him. This was their first time talking person to person. Kristen said, Kristen just sent in a super chat. Thank you so much. One thing is for sure, Katie and Greg do not speak the same language and they should not be together. And I thought my man and I had communication issues. Yeah, you know, it's that's a great point you just made there. And you know, like Dr. Kirk Honda said, maybe this self-emanated, like this self-actualized itself because of his neediness and her inability to tell him her inability to reassure him, or maybe he felt the way he did because he could tell she was falling more for someone else. Either way, the relationship probably wasn't going to work out. Maybe it would have worked in the shorter term, but some other issue would have come up that would have pulled them apart. And you can almost, this is one of those instances where you can almost look at the toxicity of how it ended and say, you know what? Blessed be. We're happy that it ended this way versus in a couple years. Nicole is in the chat. I have arrived and would like to gloat. Please, Nicole, the floor is yours. Gloat away, Natalie. I'm sure he'll be perfectly fine finding a job. I'll hire him. Come over here, do Bachelorette recaps with me. Natalie said the relationship ended in April. She's allowed to be angry. Jesus, he treated her like shoot. Yeah, you know, the thing is like the relationship ended, but until you get to express those feelings and really let them out, it's like if you're bloated, you're just going to stay bloated till you either fart or, burp or, you know what I mean? Katie had to fart. She farted. I'm sure she feels a lot better. Now, obviously, I think she said in hindsight, she wishes she was maybe more composed. I don't want to put words in her mouth, but, she said something like, Madison Pruitt had told her like, or had left advice like, maybe, wait until your heart is healed before you talk because, you're going to potentially regret what you say. I don't think Katie regrets what she said, but I think she realizes that, look, the key to communication isn't necessarily what you say, but it's how you say it. And if her point was to get it through to Greg, there's different ways to do that. But also her point might have been to just self-express. Yeah, so Kantz says you can still be mad about how someone treated you without having feelings for them. Absolutely. Perfectly acceptable, in response to Demi's message here. Why is she this mad if she's happily engaged? Yeah, I think you can be happily engaged. Like we said, we can walk and chew gum at the same time. You can be happily engaged and also feel completely wronged by a situation. Absolutely. Hey, Silver Streak with a $14.99 super chat. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for that. All right, let's get into some voicemails. I think we've got a lot of them. Oh, another super chat from That One Shah. Blake's proposal was... I can't tell what that emoji is. What is that? Is that a king? Were Greg's comments tonight scripted? Thank goodness that's over. I need a drink. No, I think I've always been under the impression that Greg isn't here acting. I think he truly is flummoxed. I don't know if flummoxed was a word I'd be using, but I think Greg is truly flummoxed by it all. And hopefully he can, put the work in. We all need to. We all need to put the work in. Here's a good reminder to all of us to find out where we are lacking and put the work in. Absolutely. So let's see. We have a ton of voicemails, okay? I might not get to all of them. Whatever voicemails I don't get to, I'm going to try to play this week on a specific voicemail episode. Just put that right there. So just let you guys know, if I don't get your voicemail now, we will get to it later this week. And one thing we all need in life is a little bit of grace. So let's go to our friend here and have some grace.
Hi, Dave. This is Grace from Atlanta. I just wanted to call in and say I love how you've been approaching everything with the Greg and Katie situation with nuance. But as I'm watching the episode, all I can help but think is, I really hope that Greg got to see the footage between her and Blake a day or two before he had to show up for the After the Final Rose taping, because I think that's really going to change some of how he would approach it, because Katie either didn't love him and just wanted to bring him to the fantasy suite, or she really, she decided, oh, shoot, I could have seen a future with Greg or Blake and I needed to figure it out. But now that Greg's gone, she's just like, fuck it. I'm going to say, sorry for part of my French, I'm just going to say I love him. Cause we all knew it wasn't Justin. Sorry, Justin. But I just really hope that Greg was able to see that footage before going on, because I feel like that's going to be a really big emotional toll for him, and it's going to change how he will answer those questions. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you so much. Sarah Wink says, we love Grace. We absolutely do. Now, look, here, I'm going to push back on this comment, and I do appreciate your comment. I'm just going to push back. Katie demonstrated many insecurities by her rant. I'd be worried if I were Blake. Blake's fine. Blake's going to be okay. He can deal with a strong woman. You saw how he dealt with Katie's aunt? You know what I mean? Blake doesn't need to be worried about Katie. Katie's going to work through her experience as one of the only people in the world that knows what it's like to be Bachelorette. Let's remind each other to have a little bit of grace about this situation, okay? Alrighty then. What's better than one Grace? How about two?
It's Grace from D. Hey, Dave. It's Grace from DC.
Two Graces in a row.
Oh, man. It's not even 10:30 here on the East Coast, and the episode isn't over yet. But I had to call you and say this, because this is the most aggravating part of the episode, and it could have totally been avoided. Who in the world mic'd up Caitlin Bristow? Who put that lavalier mic on there? And I really hope the Bachelor producers are watching this right now. You'll need to fire that person. I'm sorry. This is driving me nuts. As someone who went to journalism school for broadcasting, I would have gotten an F on that assignment. Come on, guys. So, beyond everything else, just had to,
so funny.
Throw in my thank you for your feedback moment. Beyond that, Dave, thank you so much for everything that you've done this season, and I really hope that you have a great live stream the rest of the night. I hope that everyone is having an amazing night, amazing start to their week, and a great chat. Thanks. Bye.
Grace, everybody from DC. Thank you so much for that call, Grace. That One Shah said, $5 super chat. Every time you say a little Grace, I think, oh goodness, please don't let another Grace show up. It's not that Grace. We got lots of Graces out there. Jody with a super chat. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. I love when a season comes to an end. What a great moment. We all get to kind of even regardless of how you feel about it, it's like, look, will Katie and Blake work out? Hopefully. What do we know? What do they know? But either way, as an audience, wish him the best, right? Wish Greg the best. Wish Michael the best. Wish Justin the best. Wish Kyle the best. We wish them all the best. So, no need to call it. We'll see what happens. I think they're in a good spot to move on with their life. Their relationship starts today, okay? We showed here, let's see, they're going to be on Good Morning America in the morning. You bet your bottom dollar I will be covering all of this. Spoiler alert, we are excited for Bachelorette's Katie Thurston and Blake Moynes. Sit down with a newly engaged couple. See it all tomorrow morning. From now on, they move forward with their relationship. Good on them. Let's move forward with some more voicemails. Let's go over to Louisiana. A lot of ladies are calling in. Let's go to Megan in Louisiana. You better have a good accent. I want a nice, fun accent.
So we know Katie. Hi, Dave. It's Megan from Louisiana. So we know Katie is a strong and independent woman, but what we just saw wasn't her being a strong and independent woman. I feel like she let the whole acting rumor from the internet get in her head, which changed her views of Greg after the show. She didn't let him speak. She said he was gaslighting her and explained the definition while she was in fact gaslighting him. If she's so happily engaged, then why is she attacking him like that and being such a smartass? I don't know. I loved her in the beginning and all throughout the season, but just the way she was with Greg at the very end kind of made me take a step back from her. I mean, Greg really did pour her heart out, and she said, "I like your face." I just really don't think that Greg was there for the wrong intentions. I think he really did fall in love with her and had a connection with him. I do think that he has to work on himself before he could be in another relationship. But I just really don't agree with what Katie did. Thanks. Bye.
Megan in Louisiana, thank you so much for that call. Appreciate your opinion. Rain said, tip your coach and bartender, Dave. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate it there. That's Ref Dave, but I'll be a coach. That's right. In case you need me, I'll be out here. I think we're doing okay so far. I think we're doing all right. But you guys know me. I will be out here with a ref hat on in case we get a little frisky. What did you guys, speaking of frisky, what did you guys think of Katie and Blake's fantasy suite? Bethany says, 733 people in the chat. Woohoo, way to represent East Coast. However, 103 likes. Hit the like button. Do me a favor. You could hit the like button. I was going to say something else. But you know what? You can bump a Harrison on top of that like button. Do whatever you want. And not backwards cap Dave. Oh, not Regine telling me not backwards cap Dave. Boy, we need a name for everyone in the Discord tonight. You guys were so much fun hanging in the Discord. It is just wild, the little community that we've got going on over there. We need a term for all the Discord members. Enortap said, Katie contradicted herself twice in her rant. I mean, look, she's not in a, this isn't like your, linguistics finale. It's a live show. They taped to live. I mean, what do you want from these people, All right, let's go to Sabine. She already gave us a nice super chat here. So let's. Oh, I just lost you there. 1 second. Let's go back to you. Sabine, you are up.
Hi, Dave. It's Megan from Louisiana.
Oh, I'm on the wrong one.
So we don't care.
We already got you, Megan. There it is. Here we go. Sabine, you are up next.
Being from Canada, just calling in to mention that while I was watching that Katie and Greg moment, I was watching it behind my fingers. It was so tense. I didn't enjoy that. I think she said everything she needed to say, but I'm very sensitive, so I know a lot of people maybe felt the same way. Yikes. Anyways, talk to you all later. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for the call. As always, it's been a pleasure enjoying the season with you there. Let's go to Carol in New York City. You are up on the phone line. Oh, hold on a second here. Hold on. We are still overcoming.
Katie. Hi, Dave. This is Carol from New York. I thought that Katie's words to Greg were epic and important for her self-esteem and for her self-worth as a woman. He completely disrespected her. She and every woman deserve better. And I think this is a clear example for all young girls watching. I'm very proud of Katie.
There you have it. Breaking news. Carol in New York, proud of Katie. By the way, I recorded a video. I don't know. I should ask the Discord for permission. I recorded a video of the second the proposal happened, and it's literally just everyone sharing memes. It is so funny. I'd love to share that on Instagram or TikTok tomorrow, maybe. So funny. You guys just killed it. All right, Jody from Pennsylvania. It's a long one.
It's Jody calling from Pennsylvania. I don't know. After watching the after show, I had a little bit of a different take on Greg. I actually felt bad for him, which last week I did not watching the show, but this week, like, he came on, he was contrite, and Katie was really, like, laying into him so hard. It's like, gosh, you found your love. Like, she went into him, like, way too hard. Like, she should have been she just went way too hard on him. There was no listening on her end. It was like she just went on to just nail him. It was just not a good look. She didn't go on to understand or to get any closure. It was like she just wanted to just nail him. And it was just, I actually had so much compassion for Greg after that.
Well, thank you so much for the call. Yeah, I mean, look, hey, like I've said all along, Greg's got his issues. We've all got our issues. I've got issues. I don't think Greg went on the show and didn't feel the feelings he felt. I believe he felt. Look, I mean, maybe this is naive of me, but it's just so much. It's so much easier to go through life, sort of giving people the benefit of the doubt. Does that mean once in a while I'll get duped or walked all over? Sure, absolutely. But I think he tried the best. I think he was wrong in his in the way he thought he could negotiate his words, and he didn't do a good job on the show. He didn't do a good job on the after the final rose. But it's obviously not a neutral conversation when your emotions are getting in the way. It's important when you argue to be as level-headed as possible because emotions just get in the way of whatever point you're trying to make. Hey, Barbara McKenzie says, Dave, you're the best. Well, thank you so much. I mean, I'm okay. Oh, we have Gabrielle in Battery Park City. Let's go over here to Gabrielle in Battery Park City.
Battery Park City. Deborah from Battery Park City. Run, Blake, run. Hey, Dave, with my mom here, she has a lot of opinions about Katie and what she did tonight. Blake should run. That's your final statement? Yes.
Oh, a nice mother-daughter calling in. I love a good mother-daughter phone call. I love a mother-daughter phone call. I love it when we get the roommates calling in. Very, very fun. And her mom says, "Run, Blake, run." Kind of like Forrest Gump. Run, Blake, run. You can do it, Blake. Run. Seat's taken, Greg. Oh, Gump. Good stuff.
Kim calling from Canada. So glad you're hitting it early tonight because I don't know if I could last. I'm on my second seltzer and I am tired.
Oh, a seltzer.
How did we feel about the aunt? She was like the highlight and the low light of my show at the exact same time. Yeah. I feel like I would have enjoyed setting her at the altar of Zozo Bra. I don't know. I felt like she kept it real, but she was far too aggressive in keeping her real. Let's talk about this. I need to debrief the aunt. I feel very stressed. Okay. Have a lovely night. Bye.
Debriefing. Bye. Yeah. I mean, look, there's multiple things can be going on at the same time. In the end, I think Katie and Blake are a good match. I think there's just a lot that was left on the table and a lot that was left unsaid with Greg, and it all came out. We'll have to see what happens moving forward. I know I'm constantly dealing with a bunch of people. It's like I'm in the middle of a fight at a football stadium going, "Hey, everybody, calm down. It'll be okay." And everyone's like, "Shut up, Dave." No, it'll be fine. Be quiet, But we'll get our chance to hear more from them. There'll be more content about it. We'll figure it all out. Let's go to Texas. We always like to hear from Texas.
Hey, Dave, this is Linda from Texas.
Hi, Linda.
I was just calling in. I just watched after the final rose. What a night. I feel like coming in, I was, siding a little bit more with Katie. I saw where she went wrong, but I did see her, on her knees, essentially begging him. But she really did not make herself look good on this. I was hoping that she'd be a little bit more mature about the breakup. I understand that she was angry and that she needed closure. But if you're, happily engaged, and if you say that you have the morals that you do, I don't know. I feel like she handled it really poorly. And it made me almost question her relationship with Blake and the authenticity of that. But anyways, yeah, what a night. I'm not really sure how to feel about it, but I hope that they're actually happy. Bye.
Bye, Linda. Listen, I love your honesty. I'm not sure how I feel about it. That's fine too. I'll tell you how I feel. I feel like Katie and Blake are a good match, and I feel like her and Greg are not. How we get to that destination, a little bit of confusion, some fighting, maybe some words that are either regretted or whatever the case may be. But it's like, look, it's not a situation I've ever been in. But have I been with an ex-girlfriend at a diner in New York City in a rainstorm arguing over like who was right and who was wrong? Yeah, we've all been there. Does it end well? No, sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't. What did you guys think about how Katie and Greg ended? I mean, as far as like them saying like they wish the best for each other. That was a moment, even though it looks like they both got there in a hostage situation, but that was a pretty nice moment for them to have a little bit of resolution.
From Virginia again. I just wanted to say that I definitely see where people are coming from with them thinking that Katie is still in love with Greg for her reaction. There definitely was a lot of emotion there, but I don't necessarily think that emotion was love. I think it was anger. I can definitely remember times where maybe like an ex had done me wrong, and there was a lot of emotion there, but I knew that I didn't still have those feelings of love towards that person. I think they just didn't really have the chance to talk things through and kind of get out what they were feeling until then. Was Katie a little harsh? Probably, but when you're in that moment, you really can't judge what people are feeling, and I think that there was mistakes done on both sides, and that they both handled it the best way that they could. I don't think either one is a bad person. I just think that they're people that make mistakes. But have a great night. Thank you.
Oh, well,
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for calling. And on behalf of Crafty Beach says, I'm out. Too much negativity here, and I respect your feeling, and I wouldn't want anyone to be put through the ringer. But I really hope we can, I really hope we can try our best to not feel other people's, if someone has a different point of view from you, I think, we're not necessarily here to change minds. I think just by listening to others' point of view, or even not engaging and responding to it. Of course, if there's any moderators in the chat that need to block people, by all means. I don't really know what's going on. I'm only seeing, maybe 1 out of every 10 messages. But God knows we're not trying to go out of our way to just rile people up right now. Let's have some tea. Let's relax a little bit. And let's just agree to disagree on some things, and on others, we'll just get through this, folks. We'll feel different feelings. We're probably not all going to agree what gaslighting is. Listen, this is just the case. It's the case on the political landscape. It's the case with a lot of social issues, and it's just going to be the case here that we watch things with different perspectives. We watch them with perspectives that are self-preserving. Like there might be some ladies out here that are sticking up for Greg because maybe they see their own man in there and they see him trapped, whatever the case may be. And it might be the opposite. You might have some men out there that are rooting Katie on because they've been that guy before and they've led people on, whatever the case might be. So we're all coming at it, for the most part, with our best intentions. I would just say maybe lay off the absolutes. Let's do that, right? Let's just lay off the absolutes. Not the vodka. Hit the absolute vodka. But let's lay off the absolutes about, who's right, who's wrong, and we'll just
Catherine from Florida.
We'll discuss it.
Hey Dave, it's Catherine from Florida.
Hey, Catherine.
I totally forgot you were doing this live stream right now. What a finale, huh? So, oh my God, first things first, I am so glad it was Blake. We all knew it was Blake. It was Blake from the moment he got there. From the second Blake got there, Greg never stood a chance. He just didn't. Blake was so much better for her. I'm so glad it was him. Second of all, I know you love Emily Moynes as much as I do, so you need to go look at her Instagram stories. She is such an adorable, proud mom. She's so cute. She threw a whole party tonight. Gotta look at her stories. She's so cute. But I definitely think that Katie and Blake are in it for the long haul, and I'm so excited to see everything that they do together. That's all I really have to say for now, I think. I'll chat. Have a good night, guys. Bye.
Thank you so much, Colin from Florida. Here it is. Happy birthday, Blaker. Love, Mama. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Very kind. A nice thread. Happy birthday, Blake. Love Mama. He's got the bowl cut. Nice black lab there. This is my music, by the way. That's Blake. He was a model growing up. Looking good there. Oh, look. He's modeled in another magazine. Wow, what a stud. Nice flannel there. Blake. Oh, that's the choke move we've heard about. See where he learned it. Oh. Cute kid. This is Emily Moynes, Blake's mom. Oh, Blake, I'm guessing that's him and his younger sister. Got the hockey helmet there. Oh, nice jawline, Blake. How cute. This music goes nice with it, doesn't it? Guys, fun family, very supportive. Give Emily a follow if you haven't already. All right, let's see what else we got going on here. See if there's any super chats to attend to. Make sure we're all covered here. Another one from That One Shah. I love that Katie did not let it drag out with Justin. I hate that traditionally two men show up to propose. That's brutal, so good job letting him go. I said the same thing, which will show up in my recap in the morning. Very humane of her to just kind of know, like, time for it to go. All right, we've already had a grace call from the South. We've had a grace call from Washington, D.C., and now we have a grace calling from the Dominican Republic.
Grace from the Dominican Republic. I just want to point out that Blake told her that he said that if he was falling in love with Katie, he would never walk away. And I think that's when she realized that Greg was exactly what she didn't want when Blake said that. Plus, come on, would Greg really lasted a minute with Katie's family? Let Katie live, all right? I'm sure she's happy with Greg.
Thank you so much, Grace from the Dominican. I really appreciate that call. Thank you so much there. And then we've got, look at this, a Bachelor in Quarantine sent us a nice $10 super chat. How nice is that? Let's find their, hold on one second. It says, hey Dave, thanks for the great commentary this season. Can't wait for the next. Love your content. I'm trying to pull up their Instagram there. Give me a second. Here it is, folks. Hey, that's so nice. That's the first super chat I've gotten from another Bachelor page. So thank you so much, Bachelor in Quarantine. We'll continue to promote the good work that you're doing over there. If you haven't already, it's one of the go-to accounts to follow in Bachelor Nation, Bachelor in Quarantine. How fun. I'm assuming they started the account during, I'm assuming they started during the quarantine, and now it's kind of, hopefully it sticks. Keep it around. Of course, we got some photos being leaked. We are going to have a busy day tomorrow covering this. Becca Kufrin slaying it, my friends. Let's do the damn thing. Wait, what? Welcome, B. Koof, to Bachelor in Paradise. So she's the first post-lead to be on Bachelor in Paradise. And again, thank you so much, Bachelor in Quarantine. I appreciate the support. Let's see what else we have going on here. Give me a second. Let's get some music going again. We had the vibes going. Get some music going here. Go back to some more voicemails. We have a Madeline calling from Columbus, Ohio. We love Columbus, Ohio. So let's see what we got with Madeline calling in.
Hey, Mr. Neal. This is Madeline calling from Columbus, Ohio. Hard to keep it under 30 seconds here. Here's the thing. Michael A. deserves more. Greg sucks. Blake's proposal was lackluster. Afterwards, we had to rewatch Doc and Tasha's. I'm interested to see how it all plays out. Any thoughts from the peanut gallery? Ditto. Okay, don't make me feel like I'm alone, please.
Only
Michael A. Right. Michael Bryce, correct. Okay, thanks, Mr. Dave Neal.
Thank you guys so much for calling in. Columbus, Ohio has a Funny Bone, a comedy club. Boy, wouldn't it be nice to get back to Columbus, Ohio and perform over there for you fine folks. Thank you so much for calling in. I really appreciate you guys. Madeline, she said she had to watch Zach and Tasha's proposal just to wash out the bad taste in her mouth. All right, let's keep it going here. Ashton Christian from Toronto. Oh, I'm sorry. No, Ash. I'm reading off the text. Ash and Kirsten. Here, hold on. Let's get to it.
From Toronto. Hey, Dave. This is Ashton Kirsten from Toronto. This comment section tonight in this chat is real spicy. I need to say this, and for anybody who's defending Greg, I want to ask you a genuine question. If the roles were reversed and Katie was a man, would any of you be saying any of this defensive stuff and defending Greg? You wouldn't be. Like, the way that Katie decided to express herself tonight was justified emotion. And yeah, she was angry because women are allowed to express anger, folks.
No.
Get used to it.
I also think, Dave, I liked what you said about how she did not get a space to express these feelings before. And if I were her backstage hearing Greg say he had no regrets about how he behaved, I would have been really upset too. So I felt like her level of emotion was understandable.
If you forgave Greg last week for being emotional and how he talked to Katie, then you gotta respect and forgive Katie for how she spoke this week. It's gotta go both ways. Greg stands.
Thank you guys so much. Those are our favorite. I say our favorite Canadians. We have so many of our favorite Canadians, but I always appreciate and value your input here. And it's like, look, if someone's going to be emotional, listen, why are they emotional? You think Katie's irrationally emotional? No, she's expressing herself. Give her the space to do that. Now, the show prints money. The show is printing money. I mean, they put it together a stage where this, they could have only hoped for it to go this wild. And maybe she played into that a little bit, but she'll continue to talk. She'll continue to maybe share her story, and Greg will too. Absolutely. For the people, though, that don't quite get what you are thinking out there, it's like I said, I do recognize that we just view it with a different lens. And sometimes people, it's easy to just keep whatever your frame of mind is and just kind of own it and go, no. And then you start looking at very complex speech, complex emotions, complex body language. And then we start looking at it in ways to back up what we already think. Confirmation bias that exists. And that's why we're watching it from different points of view and our minds aren't really changing much. So whenever we, in any situation, whenever we completely disagree with somebody else, put yourself in their shoes, and, maybe hopefully they'll put themselves in yours. In some cases, that's just not going to happen. People are just kind of married to their points of view, and that's their safe way of getting through the world. But, a boy can dream, right?
It's Tori from Connecticut.
Hi, Tori.
And I just wanted to weigh in about Greg's presentation. And I'm concerned about the Bachelor edit. And was he being contrite and sheepish and looking down and slightly barely apologetic because he was coached to do so? Because I still don't get any sense at all that he has a clue what he did wrong or what he did with wrong in terms of that interaction. Love you. Love all your work. Love being a part of the Patreon. Go bump some Harrisons. Have a good night.
Harry. Thank you so much. I appreciate that call. Love my good call from Connecticut here. Cabos369 says, my brother got me into your channel. Good content. Greg is emotionally damaged and clearly proved going on to a reality show was not for him. Robert. Well, I'm sure, look, I respect certain guys like Connor, nice guys. He's got a good friendship with Greg. You can be a good person and do bad things. There's a book. I got one right over there. Why do good people do bad things? I feel like Tasha bought that from me, right? I mean, you can have issues you need to work on. I think it's just a healthy place to understand. I feel like I'm being redundant, but you guys get my point. I'm not saying Greg's a bad guy. I don't even think he came off terribly in this after the final rose. This is just a result of him, cutting her off when they were when he was quitting on her, constantly cutting her off and like sort of rewriting how he felt like it, like all of his greatest fears. He was making his fears a reality, really, and that has a recoil there. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So I don't think he came off terribly here. I think he could have come off better by all means, but this wasn't the gasoline on the fire. The gasoline on the fire was how he acted last week. All right, Donna from Kansas City, you are up.
Hi, Dave. It's Donna from Kansas City.
Hi.
I don't know if I can keep this under 30 seconds
take your
because
time.
I have so much to say about this. I don't understand. They kept saying that there would be just this huge surprise, and they always do this every season. But where was the surprise? Everybody holding up their music and playing that. I don't understand it. Plus, I don't understand Katie in the fact that she could be so upset about Greg, and then the few days later, she's madly in love with Blake, and he has all these fears on the day that they're getting engaged, and, is this going to really last? I don't think so. I'm not sure. I hope it does, but I don't think it will. So, thank you, Dave. You have a great program.
Oh, Donna, thank you so much. I love your accent. I love that you call this a program. I probably disagree with most of what you're saying, and that's okay. That's okay. We can disagree. I don't even know where to start. I think, like we've said over and over, I think she can express her anger towards Greg and still be into Blake. It is very similar. By the way, shout out to Sweet Girl for you 24/7. Shout out to Dave and all the mods. Calm down, Team Gregians. He will survive. Now you can have your chance to date him. Peace. By the way, Sweet Girl for you 24/7 sounds like a fake bot. So I'm surprised you're a real person. But thank you so much for that. I really appreciate your super chat. You're helping me get that coffee I'm going to need for tomorrow. Actually, I'm still drinking coffee tonight because I still have the West Coast live stream, and we're going to film Tasha's Take, and I got to edit everything, and then we're going to have a full day tomorrow. Now, Donna's sweet. It's kind of like Karen in Huntsville. I don't necessarily agree with a lot of Karen's points, but I can see Karen and I can see Donna as like an aunt or a family member that you might not necessarily agree with. You come at something from different places and you have a decent conversation. That's okay, guys. That's okay. We'll be okay. Everyone say it with me. We'll be okay.